Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Terrence.
What's up?
And special guest, Cam.
What's up, guys?
All right, we are back. Cam, thank you for jumping in. Look, we were not here last week, so we are trying not to rehash too many stories that are, that have been 2 weeks old at this point. But there are a few that we thought were pretty important, so we kept them in. But we are back. Technical issues have been solved. It would have been a very hilarious show if we tried to do it last week. Yeah, we had like weird microphone delays of like 5 to 6 seconds. It was crazy. Disastrous. So we're back. Let's jump right into it. Checked out this week. I watched House of Gucci. Look, I liked it. I did. I did not like one of the performances. It was obvious. Mike and I talked about that. Jared Leto's performance as Paolo Gucci was ridiculous, but not horrible. I didn't think he was horrible, but like he clearly just like he watched no footage of Paolo Gucci at all. Like he was just like, nah, an old Italian guy, like an eccentric Italian guy, got it. Like that's all he saw in the paper, and he just like
he didn't even look like him.
No, he didn't. Well, if you look at
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm saying he didn't even look like him.
Like if you see, there's because I looked this up after the movie. If you look at all the pictures of Paolo Gucci, he doesn't look like him. But there's one picture of Paolo Gucci as like an older guy that he sort of looks like. He was like, yeah, that's the one. They were like, but there's 40 other pictures. He's like, nah, because I can look the goofiest as this guy. He was like, all right. You got it. Fuck it. Like whatever. But overall, I liked it. I thought the cast was great. Look, Adam Driver was fantastic in it. I thought Jeremy Irons was really good. Even though what is it? Al Pacino is sort of in his like, I'm gonna just do whatever the fuck part of his career. Like he actually was quite good. I actually enjoyed him. But yeah, I thought Lady Gaga was fantastic. I really, really liked her. It's the most sexual I've seen of Lady Gaga in a movie. She normally like in those kind of, movies, she's just not as normal of a sexual character, but, she definitely was in this because she was just like fucking throwing it full court press on Adam Driver from the jump. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna need her to take more roles like that. Crush. Yeah. Oh, look! Wow.
Like, there's not a lot of them, but she's one of them. I am very attracted to Lady Gaga.
Look. She can take more of those roles. It worked for me. It worked for me. She looked great. Also, like the clothing was just fucking dope. Like she looked good. Like they just styled her incredibly well. But yeah, I liked it overall. Again, Jared Leto could have just not had him on the cast at all. I need people to stop putting him in dramatic roles.
I think he's just trying to be a dick on purpose at this point in every role he takes, on every set he's on.
Yeah, that feels.
Last couple of years, he's just being an asshole.
Yeah, that feels right. Like he's a cult leader, right? Like he's a cult leader at this point.
He tried. I don't think it actually worked, but I mean, he flew a bunch of barely legal Instagram models to an island and whatever.
I mean, that's unacceptable. But I found out today that people were buying pink sauce, whatever the fuck that is, for $20 a bottle on Instagram. So you know what? Jared Leto's doing better than most of us. Yeah. I think it was ranch with like some ketchup or food coloring, right? People were like, ooh, $20 a bottle for pink sauce. I'm like, do you know what it tastes like? No. Okay. Like, all right.
I mean, I've had pink sauce on like a pie before. It was like an Alfredo like marinara mix or whatever.
These are just dumb people. These are just dumb people buying bullshit.
It looked like Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, it really did. And people were
saying, okay, so no, it did not look like that. What I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Like
This was not made by a chef. This was made in somebody's dirty apartment in Brooklyn. Like this is what, and this person probably made a ton of money. So people on Instagram, pretty decent target audience for bullshit. So yeah, House of Gucci, overall, I enjoyed it. Again, everyone else in it is very good, and it's an interesting story.
It is.
But yeah, I liked it overall. You two have been watching for some reason.
I finished it.
I finished it.
finished it. Yeah,
It's 8 episodes.
I had nothing to do.
The two of you just saw some completionist bullshit. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
you're 100% correct.
So the two of you have been watching the new Resident Evil series on Netflix. So I'm going to go to Cam first.
Please.
Cam, what did you think of this series?
I mean, as far as the power hierarchy on Netflix, it definitely did not change it. Not even like a little bit. No, it's not good. Like Lance Reddick is amazing in it, and he was doing Lance Reddick things. He was fine.
He was doing his best.
He was doing his best with the material provided. It just wasn't very good material. But no, I don't know. I forgot actually until about like episode 6 that all of the games were canon. Because they started
the part that makes me upset.
They started mentioning they started mentioning like some bullshit from the video games, and I was like, oh right, the video games are canon. I hate this even more now. And it never got good ever. But it's gonna have a second season, I'm sure, because people are watching it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like is it like number 1 or number 2? Is it number 1 right now?
I think it, at least like yesterday, I think it was number 1 on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So Terrence, you loved it. So he praises.
All right, here's the thing.
He praises on it.
All right, Resident Evil, it sucks. It's not good. Like the plot is ridiculous. It's about these twin daughters and Wesker. Takes place in 2022 and 2036. And one of the biggest issues with the show is it switches between 2022 and 2036 constantly. Like when something happens in 2022, like all of a sudden it'll jump to 2026 where the main character, one of the main characters, is just like running for her life to try to get somewhere. And she has, like I said in the fan group, she has the greatest plot armor in the history of television because she goes through situations where she should be dead. Essentially,
she jumped off of a 30-foot wall at one point.
Yeah,
landed on metal, and then just like rolled down into a horde of zombies and was just cool whole time.
It's like she stubbed it. Like, I'm fine. Like now, they didn't explain it. They said fuck it, whatever. Like now, I think we're supposed to understand that. I guess because Wesker does say that he genetically enhanced them or some shit like that. He made them better because they're his daughters. Whatever. So I'm assuming that may be why she's basically indestructible. She's able to get knocked out, but I don't think, and she can get shot. Look, it's fucking stupid. When they showed, look, episode 6, was it 7? No, episode 7.
I don't know.
When they showed Wesker in his
1998 Wesker?
Yeah, when they showed him in his normal getup, this nigga looked like Blade, yo.
Yep, he sure did.
Oh my god, yo, he had this wild
same,
fucking
like Blade
wig
high
on.
top and everything.
Oh, hold on. Well, I'm gonna go find this.
Think of like a black Wesker with the same haircut, but with like nigga hair, if you will. That's what he looked like, and I'm like, yo, is this supposed to be funny? Because this was terrible.
It was like the Tyler Perry version.
Yeah, it was like
Blade.
It's like it was a fall from grace wig. That's what the fuck was going on there. I'm like, yo, are they serious right now? This is awful. This is so bad.
All right. You're not giving me reasons to watch this. Oh shit, there it is. Oh, yo, come on! What is this?
The quote unquote action sequence in that part was offensive. Like it was terrible.
It was really
so bad. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
I love Lance Reddick. He can't do quick action though.
Like he's an older dude.
Yeah, he can't do 60. Like he's not John Wick 1, he's John Wick 3, where like
you gotta take a breather.
It's like you gotta cut the camera around him a little bit.
It was terrible. It was awful. And then the end, I don't understand how this canon. I don't.
Look, I just messaged the two of you. Listen, I found it on Reddit, and the title of the story is "Full Clear Picture of Blade." I mean Wesker from Netflix Resident Evil.
Right.
Yo, he looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Wow.
It's really bad. Like I'm assuming some people might like if you are a fan of the series, the video games, you're not gonna like this show. You're not.
Nah.
Because it like spits in the face of the games.
I guess it's technically better than any of the Mila Jovovich movies.
No.
But like that's not a high bar to clear.
I disagree.
Wow, I disagree.
No.
Jesus.
All right, it's better than most of them. But I will say the first Resident Evil movie is actually pretty badass.
I don't think that movie.
I saw the first one in theaters. I liked it.
I saw it. I also saw that movie in theaters with Micah. I'm pretty sure we were like, "Oh shit, son, it's gonna be good." I didn't think it was good, considering like he just killed like most of the cast in that like laser room, which is cool. Like that scene was dope. I think that was pretty much the reason why I wanted to see it, because I thought that was gonna be like a big thing at the end. Nah, that was like 32 minutes in. I was like, God damn, everybody's dead. Everybody. Oh. Jesus
Who
Christ.
the fuck is Alice? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Who is this little girl?
Sure.
She's terrifying. But yeah, I didn't see any of the movies after that. Like no, that's not true. I saw the next one, which was Nemesis. Where like
that's when the Nemesis comes and attacks her, and it's a bad movie.
That's a bad. They added like everybody else in the Resident Evil franchise. They were like all of them showed up. They were all in the same like area. They all showed up, and then I think it was Boris Cujo like caught a plane. Like the shit didn't make any sense. Like it was wild.
Was that the second one?
I think it was the second or third one. I can't remember.
The second one was we're in the city. It looked more like
the second one was in a city. The third one is, man, I know too much about these movies. The third one is when they're in the desert.
I never saw Extinction. Nah, I think
I don't know the names of any of them, honestly.
I don't know which ones are which names. No, yeah. I don't know that.
I tried watching the desert one, because that's how I'm going to refer to it, just the desert one. And I made it quite literally 3 minutes, and I was like, I love myself. Like, no, I don't have to watch this. What the fuck?
Not only is it a bad movie, but like then they were just like, oh hey, here's Claire Redfield, but she doesn't look like Claire Redfield.
Right? They just threw people in. Like I don't.
It's just a blonde chick now. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, like none of this shit made any sense. But people love that franchise for
$1 billion, right?
I think so. I mean, like over 6 movies. I think it did, or pretty close to it. It did incredibly well financially because they cost Paul W.S. Anderson spent like $14 on it. I mean,
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks like these.
Yeah, you're right. All $14 is right up on the screen. So
look. For 8 episodes, it looks like they spent $15 on most of the CGI. So I'm just saying,
the spider was fine. The worm, iffy. The dogs were terrible.
Yeah.
The alligator looked dope. I mean, the
alligator looked really. So that's another thing that's very weird. I don't remember that ever happening in games, but in this little corner of their universe, if animals get exposed to the T virus, they grow enormous.
It was like a giant alligator.
Like it was like a 500-foot tall alligator. Like it was insane.
It was very bizarre. And then her daughter like pet it.
All right. Like I think I've had enough. Like Jesus Christ,
it's so bizarre. No. It was like they took actually my favorite. If I had to pick an episode that I actually liked, it was episode 5 when they had to figure out the clues in the house.
Oh yeah, that
episode was dope. Like because it was subtle. Like it's because every Resident Evil you have to figure out puzzles to fucking open stupid shit and like that, and they did it in a dope way. And then there was another scene where she was in a locked room, and they focused on the the typewriter because those were safe houses.
Oh yeah,
like there was just subtle things like that to kind of tie back to the games, which was kind of cool. But like overall, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that the people that wrote this had at least played a Resident Evil game before, or at least watched YouTube compilations of Resident Evil games.
I think that's probably a little bit more accurate.
Well,
played the game, right? Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, right.
Whereas with Paul W.S. Anderson, it was just like, I mean,
money. Yeah, he was like, my wife needs a job and I got a job, so fuck this. Let's get paid. Just double down. But I don't understand why this franchise is so difficult to adapt. It seems pretty
it's not difficult to adapt.
It isn't.
It's not.
I just I feel like they're just overthinking it. Like, yo, it's gross, it's weird. The plot's kind of dumb anyway. Like, why are you making it dumber? Just do the thing they already did. Because that's all people want. They just want a weird evil corporation making zombies for some fucking strange reason, and then just like get your Wesker villain, and then that's the person you kill at the end. All right.
Well, that's the weird part about making the games canon for this is it's just like, but like you guys do know that the characters that people care about were alive back in '98,
right?
Like, just do '98. Like, what are we doing?
Like, all these characters are like in their 50s now. Like, if you're gonna be 2036, because at the end there's a letter from Ada Wong. And I'm like, so how the fuck old is Ada at this point?
But that was back in 2022.
Oh, right.
Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, she'd still be way too old in 2022. Like, what are you going to do? Get Ming Na Wen? Like, you're going to cast her just so she looks like she's 30? Like,
I'd be fine with that.
Yes.
If they make a second season, which I would rather they didn't. You know what? Fuck it, make it. Because if they do, I'll watch it because I want to see how fucking ridiculous it gets. Fuck man, trash, but I'll watch it.
Here's the thing, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not jumping on.
You
that
can do like the writers did and just go to fucking YouTube and look up a compilation of the episodes and it'll be fine.
Yeah, nah, that sounds all right. I'll just talk to you. Like that feels like enough. I'm good. You got it. All right. Somebody watched Mind Over Murder. Is that you, Cam?
Yeah, this is I think it was either 5 or 6 episode docuseries on HBO Max about it's like a 1985 murder out in bumfuck Nebraska somewhere, and these 6 people ended up getting convicted of it. They all served time. Some of them served like 10 years, 15 years, whatever, because they cooperated. And then a couple of them ended up serving like 20 years. I think the longest anyone was in was 25 before he got out, and none of them were guilty. Not a single one. But it's just, it's just like one of those stories where you find out along the way that like there was a cop that, I mean, it was very similar to like when the first season of Serial, when she, Sarah Koenig would play clips of the interrogations, and you'd hear like a tap or whatever to get them back on track. Like when you start watching the interrogation videos, it's a lot of like him sliding pictures over, and like you remember that house, right? And they're like, oh yeah, no, I totally remember that house, even though they've probably never been there in their entire lives. Like, just shit like that. And it was a really messed up story. And I guess like in the town that it took place in, they're doing like a play about it, which is kind of what got the documentarians' interest in it. Okay. So they interview a lot of the people that are in the play. And it's like, again, it's a really weird thing because they live in this town, and like these people just got exonerated like 5 years ago.
They still live there.
It's still pretty raw for a lot of these people. And it's essentially like they want to put on the play so they can tell people the facts, because there's just a lot of people, like the family still thinks it's the 6 people. They are firmly convinced it was them.
That's fucked
even though like, I mean, they not only got exonerated, they figured out who did it.
Oh, Jesus.
Like they figured out who did it.
I mean, people still think the Central Park 5 guys did it, even though they have the guy who did the murder.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like,
well, and that's part of their thing. I don't want to, whatever. If people want to watch it, I don't want to spoil it completely for them. But like, they kind of can't talk to the person that did it. So it is what it is.
Oh, wow. Look, that's terrifying, man, to get accused of that shit and then do time. But even once you're exonerated, like, that shit hangs over you. It doesn't matter. Because there's always a person who's like, I didn't hear that you were innocent. I didn't see the documentary. I didn't, all I know is the last time I heard about it, you were guilty. That was 30 years ago. And like, that shit just lives with you. That's fucked up. So, oof, man, that's terrifying. What's Making a Murderer? Like, that first season of Making a Murderer was fucking infuriating. Like that shit was like maddening. You're like, this is not all the information. That's obvious. In the second season, I'm like, you guys made a second season. Y'all got no new information. Like you just trying to make profit. Like,
yeah,
you got to give me something here. And they still, I'm pretty sure that one kid is still in jail, which is fucked up. Like he didn't do that shit. He just wanted to see WrestleMania, man.
Yeah,
I don't like that. No. I really don't like cops.
That made I'm like, this kid is clearly not neurotypical. And they're like, yeah, if you just admit to this murder, you'll get to go watch WrestleMania.
You get to go home. Like, you fucking scumbags.
Like, this kid is 16. He didn't know what he was going on.
That's one of the lawyers for one of the, the Beatrice Six is what they were called. Like that was the first thing that he said when he came on for his portion of the documentaries. He was like, look, don't talk to the fucking cops. Like never talk to the cops. Nope. He was like, unless your lawyer is there, don't say a word.
No, like if I ever get arrested, and they're like, "Did you do it?" Lawyer. That's my only answer. Like, I ain't gonna be no yes, ain't gonna be no. Lawyer.
I saw a YouTube video of somebody that literally did that. It was this dude. He was arrested a couple times by the cops, and he said they were like asking him questions. He's like, "I don't talk to y'all, motherfuckers. Nope. Like you can give me all you want. Like I don't talk to you." It's like, "Am I arrested?" He's like, "Yes." Well, then take me to myself because fuck you. I mean, look, it was funny. He was like, and then he got his lawyer. But yeah, that's what you do. Don't talk to them. They're literally not your friends. They're not there to help you for anything.
No, they're there to close cases.
They're there to close a case. That's right. And if they can pin it on you, they will do it.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about your life. Who cares?
Like, and this wasn't even like small town fucking over minorities. Like these were all white people. Like
they don't give a fuck.
They still didn't give a shit. Like they did not care at all.
Again, making a murderer. They put a kid who is not neurotypical, a white boy who was 16, could barely tie his shoes. They threw him in jail for murder. This guy was 16, man. Like not even guy, boy. He's a boy. He's just like a big kid. They threw his ass in jail. They didn't give a fuck about him. His parents fighting for their fucking lives, and he's just like, I don't know what's happening. He just don't know because he's not fucking neurotypical. It's fucked up. No, never talk to the cops. Get a lawyer. If you learn any lessons here on the Nerdpocalypse, get a lawyer. just get a lawyer. Just get a lawyer. Whether you're guilty or not, just get a lawyer. So next up, the Anarchist. Who watched that? Is that you again, Ken?
That's me. Yeah, it's another HBO docuseries. This one is only got the second episode out right now. But I think you would actually really enjoy it, both of you guys, because it's just dumb. It's just dumb, like Joe Rogan listening white people who thought that they were fucking smart and wanted to build an intentional community together in Acapulco, Mexico.
This went fucking terrible. Good.
Yeah, as a like haven, as like a little safe haven for anarchists. And they even had their own little conferences called Anarchapulco. And like the best I know. The best part is when they're talking about how safe it is. Like, because it's like the guy that's been working on this has been interviewing them since like 2012. Like 2013, 2017, like he's got a bunch of footage of them over the years. And like, it's really funny. They're talking about like how safe Acapulco is and like, oh yeah, man, bring your whole family down here. It's so safe. And then they cut to a dude who lives there and he's just like, look, I don't know what they're talking about. Cartels leave heads in the street. Like, it is not safe down there.
You're going to fucking die. Don't ever come here.
This dude was just like, I've lived here my whole life. This place sucks. Don't come here.
If you come here, you're going to die, white boy. Don't come down here.
Like, you got to go to the resorts.
Yeah, you can't just be
Jamaica. Yeah, but it's just like Jamaica. Like, you go to the wrong part of Jamaica.
You get stabbed, yo. You're going to get stabbed.
Right. Something's going to happen to you.
I'm going to go to Kingston. Okay. It's going to be your last vacation spot. The fuck are you doing?
But yeah, I think it's going to be 6 episodes total. But yeah, like I said, 2 of them are out now. And the second one ends with this I don't know if she's still a hippie chick, but she's a hippie in all of her archive footage. But now she's like got straight blonde hair and looks normal. I don't know.
Yeah, she was like, "Mom, help me. Come get me. Come get me, Dad."
It ends with her saying that it got murder weird. So like, I mean, I don't know.
Look, I gotta tell you, man. I like our review for Nope. The review that I'm doing for Nope will be out by the time this episode is out tomorrow, or by the time this episode is out on Friday. Listen, that's a perfect example. Like, that movie is called Nope for an obvious reason, because when black people see some wild shit, we go like,
Nah.
I'm good. Nah, I don't need it. Like, they don't run headfirst into danger very often. White people are just like, oh, it got murder weird. Why were you even there? What are you doing? Nah, like, it's funny. I saw like a bit of like one of these kind of, it's not done by YouTube, but it's like a short documentary. I think it was like by Vice or something. And I watched it on YouTube, or watched enough of it to the point where I was like, this is so maddening, I have to turn this off. It was a single white woman who moved to a deserted town in the middle of like a deserted part of Texas or some shit, or like somewhere out in
don't do that.
And they were like, well, there's nobody that lives here except for me. Like, literally, there's like cars that have stopped there, and people got out and left them and just fucking like moved on with their lives, right? Like, it's just like this little shit town that's been deserted, and there's quite literally no one now there. And she's like, I just like the quiet and everything else. And she's like, I've got a friend, he comes and delivers like water and food once a week. And she's like walking around with a gun on her hip, and she's like, well, I've had to fight people off, and I had a certain incident that happened. I'm like, she keeps like mentioning the certain incident. I'm like, yeah, you almost got raped is what you want to say, like, or you did, which is fucking horrible. I'm like, move to a city. Move to a city.
What the fuck? Her?
It's just her. She the only person there. I'm like, you in middle of the desert, dude? Like, what kind of? She's like, I like the freedom of it. I'm like, you could move to a rural town and just have neighbors that are a mile away. Like, you don't have to live where no one lives, and you could just be murdered and then no one finds you for a month. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
Again, you will never find a black person living like that. You would just never find it. You won't.
The fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I was about to say the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Like, this is the premise, basically. Like,
who's doing that?
They go and buy a town in Texas that nobody lives in, and then guess what? Everyone fucking dies.
That movie was also terrible.
It wasn't good. No,
like,
very bad.
I'm trying to find it and see if I can find it. Yeah, population of 1 living alone in abandoned ghost town. It's like a 10-minute documentary. It's on YouTube for Vice.
The word ghost is in it. No,
you should watch it.
I like ghost shit. Like, I don't.
It's in Utah. It's in Utah. Yo.
So, like, okay.
Yeah, a woman ditched city life to spend 5 years living alone in a Utah ghost town where there's no running water. The fact that she even survived is crazy to me. She has a dog.
The fuck does that have to do with anything? Like,
I hope that dog likes. I hope that. Yeah. Well, look, I hope that dog likes to attack people, because that would be the only reason to have a dog. Like, I want the most vicious dog I can find. Kill anything that moves at night. Fuck that. She's crazy. Oh, I just like to be alone.
Yeah, me too, but I live in a fucking...
You can be alone in your own house. In a town.
Just close the door. Just close the door.
Yeah.
You have to live in a fucking hippie commune, you psycho. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? But again, you will not find this story with a black woman named anything. No black woman ever is going to be like, I'm going to go do this. This is dangerous. Are you going to get...
in the middle of fucking nowhere, Utah.
Yo, she used to live in Chicago. Like a real ass city. She's like, I'm going to go ahead and live in Cisco, Utah, which has no running water.
They don't have Italian beefs in fucking nowhere.
They do not.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. You're so close. We're so close. Yeah. So, again, white people things. All right. All three of us have watched Bill Burr's new stand-up, Bill Burr Live at Red Rock. One, that is an awesome venue to play. Jesus, man. That looked fucking super dope. I have one issue with this stand-up. What the fuck is the one cameraman doing shooting him from behind with a blaring light that you can't see him for a second? I was like, what is it? Happened like 3 times. I'm like, what? When you cut film, cut around that and use one of the other camera angles. I I guess I blame the editor mostly. Like why would you put that in it? That would like happen 3 times, and I was like, am I high? Like, what the fuck is going on? But besides that, I thought it was a great stand-up. Like, I at this point, Burr is my top comedian because he is as offensive as I like, which is pretty fucking offensive, but he also knows how to stick a joke without being a fucking, like, being an actual asshole about it. Like, nailing a joke and moving on from it. Like, I think that dude is, like, he will go down as one of the best to ever do it. By far.
For sure. I think I would probably still have Jim Jeffries ahead of him on my personal list.
I love Jim Jeffries too. He's great.
But I mean...
You would like him, Terrence. He's a fucking jerk.
Oh, yeah. No, he's... Yeah. Or as his people would say, he's a fucking cunt.
Yeah, he's a cunt. As he would say.
Australian.
Yeah. He's Australian.
But no, dude, Bill Burr, he's so good. Like, I had seen it as an option on my Netflix, and then like last night I had taken some edibles and like I shared some clip of it without even knowing it was from the new special. I shared like some like art from it on my Facebook, and Andy was like, "Oh, hey, have you watched this yet?" And I was like, "Oh no, you're right, I should." So then I just watched it last night while I was a little bit high, and it was it was delightful. Delightful.
Yeah, he's really fucking funny, man. Like, he's just hilarious. Like, I was over at my mother's house. Like, they had a cookout, and me and her were watching it. And like when it, like, he's funny, man. Like, he's just hilarious. I was like almost 60 years old. A 60-year-old black woman was sitting there cracking the fuck up.
He's funny. That whole WNBA joke was whole bit was fucking amazing. He wasn't wrong though. He's not wrong.
Look, at all.
That is the art that I shared on my Facebook, and like I said, it's spicy, but it's kind of true. I mean,
it is. Like what the fuck? Go watch their games.
There are other factors involved, like
they can't dunk. They can't dunk. People like this. People like to see people dunk. Yeah, they do. And
I mean, no, it's fair. No, that's
fair. Like 3-pointers and layups are not that interesting.
You know, like all like I don't know, like 7 dunks that have ever happened in WNBA games. There's not that many of them, but like
I don't.
I've seen all of them. I've seen all of them. Because when it happens, it's a big deal.
A 30-second clip on YouTube.
Dude, that line he was like, name the top 5 WNBA players. Name the WNBA teams. Name the team in your fucking town you don't know. But he wasn't shitting, and that's the thing is, he was so smart. He wasn't shitting on WNBA players. He was shitting on people not supporting them who say they want to see women's sports do well. Like, okay, then where the fuck are you? He's like, these fucking athletes are playing, and you don't even go see them. Fuck you. Like, he's not
like
wrong.
700 people in the crowd are like, come on, man.
Right.
Yeah, I will say just the one thing that I will have to defend slightly is in that joke he talked about the women's national soccer team and how they only play in front of like 1,500 people or whatever. That's actually not accurate. They play in front of more people than the men's team do.
They're super popular. They're actually super popular.
They're very successful and do deserve to actually make probably more money than the men do, because they also actually fucking win a World Cup every
they actually win. That's a big difference.
Unlike the U.S. men who have never won any of them, which in fairness, really hard to win the World Cup, whatever. But yeah, no, that whole WNBA thing was just, it was fucking hilarious. It was so fucking good.
The one thing about Burr, like for me, is like personally, I find like super interesting about him is I've been watching him so long that I've been watching him since he told a joke about meeting Nina, his now wife, mother of his children. So like I remember the joke of like him dating a black woman in Brooklyn, and he was like, he started walking like, and the numbers start getting higher. It's like, oh, what is this? What is this? Malcolm X Boulevard? Like I remember that joke, and because that was like the first time I saw him. So that's like super early, and to watch him progress as a comic from being like, I'm never getting married, to then getting married, to then having kids, and then to like be this dad now, like, and his kids are like roughly the same age as my daughter. So it's like, it's wild to see that progression as a person across his comedy and see how his comedy has changed, right? Like, it's kind of dope. It's super dope. And I like, that's the one thing I like about comedy in a lot of ways, especially if you follow people through their career, is to watch them change over time, right? Like what kind of jokes? Like he's still just as brutal as he's ever been, but it's now from a perspective of like, now he's a dad, right? Like, so you've got that kind of thing coming, which is kind of
that, and he's just also so much smarter with the brutality. Like I remember one of my favorite clips of Bill Burr. It's so old. It's probably, I don't know, like 2004, 2005, like real early. And he was talking about a show that he did in Philadelphia on Opie and Anthony, and they started booing him because he's from Boston.
He ripped into that fucking crowd.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that they booed Dom Herrera, I think. At that one,
he just stopped doing comedy and started yelling out how much time he had left, and then said "fuck you" every time. Like it's hilarious. But that's the thing. Like that's hilarious. It's super brutal. But like he would do that now in such a way that's so much smarter. That I kind of would like to see that situation happen again, even though like crowds aren't going to boo him now. It's too much money. You're paying way too much money to go see him now. You're not.
Yeah, no, you're not. He's not working at some shit club. Like, get the fuck out of here. But he's always been a comic that I think as pasty white as he is, he can do racial comedy, but he won't do the like black guys do this and white guys do that. Like he makes fun of that type of shit, but he's like super smart. Like one of his all time best jokes, in my opinion, is like why black people and white people should talk more. He was like, because for some reason black people like know all there is about like lotion and shit like that, and white people don't know shit about that, about being ashy. And so you're with him about like making fun of white people, and you're like, all right, that's cool. And then he tells a separate joke about how black people always get busted with illegal guns. And he's like, and how like white people are just like, yeah, don't do that. Like, you know, that's 5 to 10 kind of type of shit. And so then he combines it, and he's like, and then he brings the joke together, how like a white guy's like, yeah man, you gotta, you know, can't have your illegal guns, but he's like itching because he's still fucking ashy. Like melding, like he never gives you a moment to get pissed off at him for like hitting one group like outsized, you know, anger towards one group, because he brings it back. He's like, look, we're fucked up, you're fucked up, like we're fucked up together, like let's, you know, how do you move past that? Like that's what's really smart. Also, he's not a guy who keeps hitting the transgender issue. He just doesn't do it. Like he doesn't do it. Like it's not worth it. Like there's so much other shit to make fun of. Like it's just not worth it.
Well, and that's the thing. In this special, he has some jokes about like the homosexual community around like, you know, pride and how he thought he was gonna get hit on and shit. But
yo, that fucking joke was hilarious.
But like that's the thing.
Lesbian joke.
He knows that you can steer into that community without making them the butt of the joke. Like you make yourself the butt of the joke.
He made himself the joke.
Like,
right.
People are laughing with you instead of at them. Like, and then he had, I mean, another one that I thought was pretty good is like when he talked about woke, and you're like, what's going to happen here? But he's like, no. Yeah. This is me blaming black people for saying
white people
in front
shit.
of a white person because now white people have ruined it.
That shit was great. What's that word? I want to sound cool. That shit was fucking hilarious. But again, that's how you steer into, like, he knows it's overused. He knows that it's been, the meaning's been destroyed. But let me not shit on what the real part of that is. Let me shit on why it's being destroyed. Like that's smart comedy. It also doesn't hurt that his wife is black, because you know Nina's like, look at these white people in this bullshit, and you know he hears it. I'm sure he does.
Right.
I'm sure he does.
Like, he gets a lot of material from his wife, and I'm pretty sure he runs it by her. It's like,
does this sound? Is this cool?
There's
like
no
the paper
way
tiger, like the one before this one, where he did the whole thing with fucking Elvis Presley.
That joke was fucking hilarious.
She was fucking hilarious because she's sitting there like, and he's like, what? Like, what happened? What did I do?
Like, no, you're gonna blame me for all this shit. But that was, I mean, like, I think he's a prime example of a guy who can weave a joke, and like you said, he can go into a community he's not into, but not make it about them, but make it about the situation, and then make it like, and then pull it back. The fact that he told that lesbian joke, and at the end he was like, men and lesbians need to get together because we have to deal with women's bullshit. Like, that was genius. Because making fun of women is his bread and butter, and so he kept it there, but in a way of like now bringing in the lesbian community into like befriending them under the guise of that joke. It was fucking genius. It was super smart.
Yeah.
So look, man, I think if you haven't watched Live at Red Rock, I think it's I don't even know, like, at this point, would I say, like, it's one of his best work? Because I think all of his on Netflix have been all great. I really have liked all of them.
Like, I don't know if I like Paper Tiger or this one better.
Is Paper Tiger the one that was in black and white?
No, that was when Paper Tiger was the one right before this.
Okay.
The one in black and white was in 2014.
That one I really liked.
That's the one where you talk about baby Jesus.
Yes, him becoming an atheist.
Yeah, that was a black and white one. I think that was fucking 8 years ago.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Just let it go, like in curling, like just let it slide away. That shit was fucking.
Yeah, he's quickly, like, now he's my top comedian right now. Like,
yeah,
unless Dave Chappelle can come out with something where he's not blaming, like, he's not fucking the victim.
Right.
Right now, Bill Burr is the funniest comedian out there for me. Oh, maybe Monique might win me over.
I forgot to put that on the docket. You know what? I think that might be our topic for Black on Black Cinema's preview episode this week. So look forward to that, because I got some things to say.
Yeah, she's not funny.
I mean, no. I know Tiara's on vacation right now, but Tiara's on vacation right now, but like, I mean.
I might have to call her up.
I was about to say, like, I need her reaction to Monique getting a Netflix special.
I'm gonna be like,
and a movie coming out.
I'll be like, look, put down your pina colada for a minute. Yell at this woman on the podcast. All right, so let's get into topics this week. Look, a favorite of all three of ours, The Bear, has been renewed for a second season on FX. I, for one, could not be happier about this. I didn't think there was any way this was not getting a second season. It was super popular after only being out for like 3 days. Everybody was talking about it. Look, if you haven't watched The Bear on Hulu, do yourself a favor. Or if you just have FX, I guess, do yourself a favor. It's fantastic. Like, it really is. We talked about it before. Cam, you had reminded me that the show was on, and I fucking blazed through it like in 2 days.
Yeah.
And then I told Terrence about it, and he did the same. So
yeah, I did it in one night.
One night,
30-minute episode. Yeah.
I only went to a second night because I was just like, yo, it's midnight. I
have a life tomorrow.
I started at like 4:30, and I just ran through it.
Yeah, because it's only 4 hours of it's only 4 hours of show.
Yeah, I mean, and every episode is just, I mean, it's just so chock full. Like, when you get to the end, you're like, God damn.
You needed that break.
I get it. I get it.
I like that the 7th episode is 15 minutes shorter or 10 minutes shorter or whatever. Yeah. And it feels longer than every episode because the level of anxiety inducing madness of that episode. And then they
that motherfucker up. Yeah. Like,
no, we had a fist fight.
I'd have fought that nigga, yo. I'd have knocked him out.
As someone who is I've never been an executive chef, so like not the exact same shoes as him, but I mean, like, people who don't know, I work in restaurants. I'm a bartender now, but I've done everything that there is to do in a restaurant at every different level, and I've ran kitchens. And like, when I almost had like a PTSD. Like, I almost had to stop the episode and turn it off, get a little high or a little drunk or something, because that whole episode just reminded me of so many days that I had, especially when like I've ran kitchens before, where like him yelling, "Get the fuck off my line right now." I have yelled that at people. I squared up on one of my general managers one time with a knife in my hand and was like, "If you don't get the fuck out of my face right now."
Yeah.
And
no, thank you.
Like, I don't think I would have stabbed him, but I don't know.
Oh, you could just pretend like you didn't see him and just stab him when he's standing next to you.
Oops. Oh, I've been stabbed.
Yeah. But that show, like there's an intensity to that show, and I actually want to watch it again. But there's an intensity. There is just some fucking hilarious moments and shit like that. But there is also some fantastic acting in that show. Like the guy who plays Carmen, I don't remember his real name. that dialogue he gives at the beginning of the last episode is phenomenal. Like I thought he was doing really good. The black chick who's the sous chef, she's fucking fantastic. Like that whole episode where you see her like getting up and getting ready and then going through all of the shit she went through that in that 7th episode. Like,
yeah,
it was great. It was really great. And like all of the characters have their moments. Like even from the smallest people to the larger characters, they all have their moments. Like as much as I thought Richie was the worst, fucking worst when the show starts, you begrudgingly start to like him, and like you love the crew of the show because you watch them go from like madness to like slowly coming together as a team over the course of those 8 episodes. And it's kind of dope in like that 8th episode where they're like fully realized as a team. Like it's kind of cool to watch. So yeah. I'm really excited for the 2nd season.
I will say too, as just an aside attached to the bear, I'm really loving just the awakening that has been happening in a lot of women who have never worked in restaurants clearly before. So they don't understand the pull and the fixation of like the line cook that, you know, just gives you like a hey baby every now and then. Like they don't understand like how that breaks up so many relationships. Like they don't get it. And so they watch this show and see this dude who like, look, I mean, he's a handsome dude. Like I'm not going to try to take it.
Oh no. Yeah. No, they played it up. They're playing it up.
But like you see that dude in your restaurant and you're like the new hot server or whatever. I mean, he's going to have your phone number by the end of the week. Like whether anything happens beyond that, he's going to work his magic and have your phone number. Like that's just going to happen. Hey, like that's how line cooks work. It's a really incredible thing to see, especially when they are not as handsome as that dude, and somehow it's still working. I don't know how they do it, but
it feels like they're kind of like they're like weirdly like local celebrities, like within the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
because of the stress and everything else. I could see why that would work. But yeah, look, my favorite dialogue in that entire show is what kind of an asshole would put ketchup on a hot dog? A child, Richie. Child asshole. Yeah,
it's like your child.
You're a child asshole. That shit was fucking hilarious, man. That show is so good, man. If you haven't watched The Bear, again, it's only 8 episodes, and they're all 30 minutes. So check that out. Next up, Captain America 4. We don't have a full title. My guess is you'll get one at Comic-Con this weekend. Captain America 4 will be directed by Julius Ona, who directed Cloverfield Paradox and Loose. I've never watched Cloverfield Paradox. Well, I watched it for like 5 minutes. I think it came out like on a Super Bowl night or whatever, but it was just late, and I was like, whatever. And then everyone was like, that movie sucked. I was like, okay, I don't need to watch it. But it looked good. But I have seen Loose. We did Loose on Black on Black Cinema. That was a pretty great movie. So I'm not gonna hold Julius Ona to saying he's not a good director. Okay, good. I'm all in. I'm very interested to see what they do with Mackie in this role. What say you?
A Negro director directing a black person.
He's black
under the Marvel umbrella. It's fine.
Yeah. And look, pretty much. Well, and what that also tells me is, I mean, going by Loose, like it's going to be a good character study. Right, like they're gonna actually deal with him being a black man carrying this, you know, walking around with the fucking American flag as a uniform and as a weapon, and like, what does that mean, right, to the hero, like to other heroes, to the villains, and to just, you know, regular Joes. So and look, it's Sam Wilson. They should deal with that. So it's good to know they're not going to just ignore that. What do you think, Cam?
I mean, again, like, let me look. I got Captain America shield tattoos on me. Like, he's my favorite superhero. So, I mean, whatever they do, I'm in the bag for. It is, I will say, it's a little disappointing that actually, if I had to rank all of the Disney Plus Marvel shows so far, unfortunately, Captain America and Winter Soldier is probably at the bottom for me, even though I love Captain America. Yeah, it just, you know, it's just not as, I mean, I'm sorry, it's just not as good as the other ones. It's not bad. It's great. It's just not as good as the other ones.
How do we remove you out of that box?
It didn't stick the landing.
But
I'll say
it did not stick the landing. I would agree with
that. Yeah, there were issues. I think that was also probably one of the ones because that was one of the first ones that they shot like during COVID times.
They did,
and unlike WandaVision, where I mean it's basically a set. Like, I mean, they're moving all over the place in that show. They filmed in a bunch of different locations and shit. So, like, I think that was part of why it was a little wonky at times. But look, Anthony Mackie, I don't give a shit if he doesn't act well in anything else. He's a very good Sam Wilson.
He is.
He really is. And I think he's going to be a fucking stellar Captain America. And I mean, as long as all the, neckbeard incels get what they want and they remove this Sharon Carter storyline, I think everything will be great. You know?
There you go. Look, my only thing is I need a proper design of that suit. Like I need a redesign of that suit a little bit. I don't like the head cowl thing. I know it's comic accurate. It doesn't look good in live action.
It just doesn't. You gotta just change that into just like a visor, just like with a headband thing at the back of his head or whatever.
Right.
But you gotta get rid of the neck.
It doesn't. It just doesn't work. It just looks overall silly. But look, I mean, the one thing about that series that I thought landed, I mean, besides him and Sebastian Stan's interaction, which was fucking great. It was perfect. The one thing that they did nail was in the penultimate episode of like, where it was basically like that voiceover, like, you just gotta like outwork everybody to like know how to use this shield, right? Like you, like basically they just had Sam Wilson like, I don't have drugs, I'm just gonna do this shit just like purely out of, just drive. And that to me I was like, that's the Captain America you should be talking about, right? Like this guy doesn't need anything and he's still able to do this, right? Like, so I thought that was a really powerful thing. My guess is they're going to do a lot of focusing on that. I'm very interested to see who the villain is. Like, are they going to go completely with a new Cap villain, or are they going to bring somebody who fought Evans as Cap and be like, who the fuck are you, kind of thing? Like that should be interesting.
I mean, I don't really think there's anyone left from Evans as Cap.
Well, you still have you have Zemo. Zemo's still out there.
That's true.
But my guess is Zemo probably comes back in Thunderbolts. Like that's where it's sort of his big return. I don't know.
Think he's going to be in Wakanda forever?
He could be. I don't know. There's a lot
turned over to them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on in that movie. Like
maybe.
Yeah, a whole lot. So
maybe we'll see.
If you're following the shit that's out there, there's a lot going on, possibly. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see who they give him as a villain. Maybe it'll be the Serpent Society, right? They joked about that. But who knows?
I also would just like to clarify. I was joking about the Sharon Carter thing. I think that's totally fine. Like she should be there.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, we know how you feel about women. So next up, okay. Again, I feel like this is like Resident Evil for me. I'll watch it, I guess. Fuck. Mortal Kombat sequel moving forward at New Line as Simon McQuad returns as director. Apparently, the Mortal Kombat movie that was released simultaneously in theaters, and on HBO Max in April 2021, did really well. It did. It overachieved at the box office.
Did it?
I guess if you bury the bar under the ground, I guess
it was in the movie.
Yeah, it was simultaneously released. No one saw it in theaters. Like that. That's
believe. I feel like they're lying. I don't even remember being in theaters.
I wasn't going to see it there. I was like, oh, this shit's on Netflix, and I was like, or HBO Max. I turned it on. I was like, that was a movie. All right.
It made $84 million.
It overachieved in the box office. That's all it said. It said it overachieved, which is wild because that was definitely at the height of the pandemic. So people were just like, "Yo, I'm not going." So they must have thought that movie was going to make $4
to make money. I didn't expect it to make money. Like,
no, who the hell was going to theaters to see it? Just get HBO Max. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. But yeah, look, I don't. Okay, that this is fine. I think there was potential for a great fucking movie with the Sub-Zero Scorpion plot, and then they just threw that to shit by adding in a guy with quite literally plot armor was his superpower. It was fucking bad. Like, they take that entire character and his family and throw them into the sun. They were useless.
Have
a tournament. Have a tournament.
It's not. Yeah, it's not just me that said this, or at the end of the movie, instead of he's going to see Johnny Cage, why was that dude not just Johnny Cage?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why was that dude not just secretly Johnny Cage the whole time?
Yeah, I didn't really understand that.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, why are you creating a new character in a universe with what, like 100 different characters?
Yeah, there's like 100 characters. Yeah, there's almost 100, if not 100 characters in the fucking Mortal Kombat.
Use literally any of them.
Not need to make a new one.
Any of them.
And his powers were terrible. They were terrible. Like, I like the explanation of the powers. Like, that worked for me.
Armor.
Right, but like, no.
Armor and taunt. Okay.
Yeah, like, nah, yo. Like, they nailed Sub-Zero and Scorpion so well. They gave them like Chinese and Japanese influence. Like, their costume designs were unique. They looked really good. Their powers looked good on screen. But then they fucked the plot by being like, I don't know, this fucking guy. Like, who gives a shit about that guy, dude? Like, you're right. I thought for sure that it was going to come out like, oh, he's Johnny Cage and like, or something like that, or a different character. Like, they killed Kung Lao. Why? That dude was a badass. He looked awesome. And they blew that character.
The hat, like, everything about that looked awesome. And then they were just like, does it though?
Yeah, and they were like, he dead. I'm like, all right.
Cool, I guess. Sure.
Liu Kang even looked good, and like they didn't focus on him, which is cool. So they didn't make the same, like they weren't doing the same plot from the original movie. Like I even liked Cabal. Like I even thought that was a decent interpretation. It was a little cosplay looking, but like it was a decent interpretation of Cabal too.
Cabal was fine.
But like
Goro looked fine.
Yeah, like for a big CGI character. Like I feel like that guy, was it Louis Tan? I think his name is.
Louis Tan that played I don't know, we don't know his name, but yeah.
Fucking Johnny Made Up. Like he was the worst part of the movie. He was focusing on him was the worst thing they could have done.
Look, I will say this much though. I would just like to retroactively say to everyone who got mad that dude was not Danny Rand in the Iron Fist series.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you were very wrong. You were very wrong. Because that guy's not a good actor.
What we got was bad, wasn't good. But I mean, that dude could at least act. He just didn't look the part. I mean, he could at least act though. Kind of.
He did the best he could do with that material as well. But like, no, like I don't think Louis Tan would have like brought some level of gravitas to that role at all. No.
The fights just would have looked better, which is cool. But like, just like in the raid, at some point you got to start talkie, and
Nah. Nope.
Sorry.
Nope. Yeah. Look, so I just hope that part 2 focuses on an actual tournament. 2, gets rid of made up characters. Just do the characters that are like, dude, nobody is. Look, the reason people went to see that or saw this on HBO Max was Sub-Zero and Scorpion. That was the reason. Yeah. That's why they had prominent roles in the trailer, especially Sub-Zero. And they wanted to see Jax with his little arms. His like little that shit was hilarious. And then he got super arms, which looked way better. But his little arms were fucking hilarious.
But he still had that stupid mustache.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. He didn't even yell "ashtray, bitch," which I feel like is a missed opportunity for him.
Like it was the Kano show through the entire movie. It was fucking weird. Like, why did they make him almost the main character? Kano out of everyone else. I didn't get that.
But he was funny. He was funny though. Like he actually
was the best part of the movie.
He was the best part. Yeah, he was. I love how they kept him being Australian just because the guy in the original movie was Australian. They were like, fuck it. That's what people are used to. Like they were like, it's canon now.
Is he not Australian?
I don't think so. In the original game, I don't think he is. So they were just like, no, they just gave it to an Australian actor, and he was like, I don't do accents. So guess what's happening now? And they were like, you got it. But that guy was good. Like, didn't he die in this? I don't remember if he died.
I don't remember.
I think he died because he switched over to the other side.
Yeah, they killed him.
I think they killed him. I want to say like maybe Liu Kang killed him. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Like, you shouldn't have killed that character. Like, that's a mistake. Also, the constantly getting swept.
Yeah,
that was fucking hilarious. Like that,
Yeah,
I was like, that's something I used to do. I'm like, yeah, I was a cheap asshole too. Yeah, fuck him.
Like, the thing about Mortal Kombat as a video game is like Mortal Kombat was not a good fighting game. It wasn't. Just wasn't. But it was digitized and everyone loved it because you get to rip people's spines out. And then 2, it got a little bit better. But it's not a very good fighting game franchise, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, it's still just nonsense.
But it's got
Street Fighter doesn't have blood.
That's it. Like, that's quite literally it. It was like, I like Street Fighter. Yeah, all right, cuck. This one's got blood in it.
Though. Ain't got no blood though.
Like, that's it. Like, but I have the Super Nintendo version. It's got sweat.
Oh, you got sweat.
That was fucking lame.
But I only had a 3-button controller.
Yeah, that did not make sense. But the one thing about Mortal Kombat is the storyline is convoluted and silly enough that you can make it work as an adaptation. Where Street Fighter, at least back when they made Street Fighter, it did not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is the most American commando that's ever existed.
Yeah, they could just not find a guy from America. Like, they just couldn't find one. Like, that's crazy to me. It makes no sense. Next up, Nintendo Pictures, new production studio in the works with plans to adapt more IPs. While people await to hear Chris Pratt reveal his Mario voice, can't wait for that.
I hope that happens at Comic-Con.
You know what though? I think if he can pull it off, I think he's probably going to do pretty well with that. Like, I feel like he probably can. It depends on how they play Mario. Like, is he kind of a goofball? Because I feel like he's probably going to be a bit of a goofball.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are. I just think people are injecting their bullshit that they have against Chris Pratt into it. I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah, I think so. But isn't he doing the voice of another character too? Like, at the same time, like something else. Like recently, I thought he was also doing something. But I'm gonna need a Mario Sonic crossover at some point. Like, at some point, it just makes it like, come on, like you'd be crazy because those Sonic movies are incredibly popular. You'd be crazy not to. So yeah, Disney, or excuse me, not Disney. Nintendo is starting Nintendo Pictures.
It's Garfield that Chris Pratt is going to be.
That's the other one. That's right.
Yeah.
So they apparently have the potential for Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Animal Crossing, and Luigi's Mansion, amongst many other Nintendo games. I think Metroid makes a lot of sense. Like that feels like a slam dunk. I don't want that to be animated. I feel like you could do a live action one and really throw some money behind it and make that a pretty big franchise.
All I'm saying, Sydney Sweeney, she's blonde.
I don't know.
Samus Aran, blonde. She's the chick from Euphoria.
I've never seen that show.
She's in some other stuff too, but
it's a wild show. I know.
Yeah, I mean, she's like I'm just saying she's a really good blonde actress. Like, I'm just saying if you need somebody, maybe pick her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on a second. Okay. All right. 24. All right, got it. It's just like, let me check her age, yo. She's got a youngish face, and it's like, I want to be like, okay, it's like 16. I'm like, edit this out. Like, nah, all right, 24. Okay. Because I know everybody on that show. They all dress like a bunch of tramps. right? He draws like a bunch of triangles. Weird. They're like, oh, I'm at Euphoria High School. I'm like, your nipple is out. Like, cover up. Jesus Christ. And I do heroin. Like, relax. God damn. Okay, look. I think that's a potentially really big one for them. Metroid. Legend of Zelda. Man, that's tough. That's tough.
That one's tough because if you adapt one of the video games, I mean, are you going to get it right?
No.
Like, are you going to get it right?
No, you can't, dude. Look,
how do you make that story work?
There's too much
we live in. Like, it's just about
what do you
some
mean?
Dude that has to save a woman.
Yeah, the damsel in distress thing is it's gotten a little old. So like, I can see that.
People would just like shit on it just because of that. I'm like, but that's been the character that
for 35 years.
Fucking 30, yeah. Like, she came out in like 1986. You know?
Yeah, that would be tough. Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like you could make a situation. You know what you would have to do? You would have to start the story out. She's captured, by Ganon, and you got Link, and he saves her. Then like Ganon gets like super duper powers or whatever, and then they work together to take Ganon down at the end. Like you can't like, and that sounds like probably silly to people who are like hardcore Zelda fans, but Terrence is right. Like you're not getting a movie where it's just some damsel in distress shit. How do I know that? Disney doesn't even do that with their princess movies anymore. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. Like, they're like, no. Like, Terrence, you've probably never seen Frozen because that would be weird if you had seen it just alone by yourself.
No, I've not seen Frozen.
Okay.
A lot of the other ones, though.
He's like, oh, I can't wait to sit down and watch Frozen tonight, drinking a beer as a single man. Like you're too old for that shit.
Turning Red, Seeing Red, what the fuck was the name of that movie?
Turning Red. Turning Red's good. I like Turning Red.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it's funny. It's exhausting. Everybody knows it's exhausting.
I'm not Asian.
How did you even understand the movie?
Canadian.
I didn't even bother watching it because
you wouldn't get it.
No,
you wouldn't get it.
You could. You would. How could you? How could you? She's a Canadian Asian young girl of 13. You fucking bigot. How could you possibly understand?
And I saw Lightyear is pretty good. I saw that the other day.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I do want to watch that. But
again, if Tim Allen's not in it, I'm not watching it.
You're just taking a conservative route. Tim Allen or bust. Like, fuck that snitch.
That nigga's, I was about to say, that nigga's a snitch.
Shut up.
And a super conservative. So I watched it because he wasn't in it.
It's like,
I've never seen Toy Story.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a good series. I've seen the first 3.
I've heard.
Yeah. Those are kind of like tear jerkers by the end. But like Disney doesn't do that with their movies. Like the reason why I brought up Frozen is like the whole premise of that, spoiler for a movie that's like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old at this point. Like at the end is like one of the characters gets frozen, right? And it's like only, the love of her, somebody who truly loves her can like break the spell. Well, in a classic Disney role, it would be a dude, right? And he'd be like, hey, what's up? Fucking saved your ass. But at the end, the person who unfreezes her is the love of her sister, right? They're like, nope. She got a boyfriend. Fuck him. Her sister loves her. And that's the most important thing. Fuck these dudes. Like they don't do the damsel in distress shit. Like they just don't. And look, to their credit, that's fine. What's the movie Brave about? Like, here's an Irish girl who wields a bow and arrow. Like, she's a fucking badass. I don't need some dude. Like, fuck him. So, like, if Disney's not doing it and they've made their entire money on that shit, there's no way Nintendo's doing that. That would be crazy. So, it's probably more of a team up. And that's okay. Like, I don't give a fuck. Shit's animated. Who cares? Like, and even if you do live action, it doesn't matter. But I think you're right. I don't think you're getting I think the whole damsel in distress thing is, for the most part, is done. I think that whole genre.
How are they doing the live action Little Mermaid? How's that?
I don't know. But again, like they'd likely change the story a little bit. And if they don't, they probably lean on the fact of like that already exists, right? We're just doing a 1-to-1 copy. But I just don't see new stories. Nah. Moana is another one. It's not a damsel in distress story. It's not. She fucking saves a god. Like right. The little girl saves the rock, right? Like she's like, nah, you can't do it. And he's like, I'm scared. No, I don't want to.
No surprise you brought up your favorite actor.
Well, I mean, who doesn't want his energy drink? Shout out to our buddy Charles. He was like, I know you don't drink energy drinks, but I do. And then he showed me a picture of him drinking Zoa or whatever the fuck shit. I was like,
oh, he has an energy. Oh, you're joking? He has an energy drink.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Zoa energy drink, and he always pretends like he drinks it before he works out. Like, no, you don't. Shut up.
No, you don't. Like, I heard it tastes like swill. No, you don't. You don't drink that shit. But good for you making all the money. I'm not mad at it. Yeah. So yeah, I would say like they mention how all of these characters are in it. In the Mario movie, Chris Pratt, Charlie Day as Luigi, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Jack Black as Bowser, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and Fred Emerson as Cranky Kong. My guess is you see Toad, Luigi, Mario join up to help Princess Peach, right? And then she joins up with that team. Like, my guess is it's not going to be some linear, like, go save the princess from Bowser type of shit. Like, no. And that'll let you know what a Zelda movie would look like, because it would likely be something similar, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like, girls and women play games too. So, you don't have to make them weak. I don't my favorite story this week. My favorite story. Look, dude, I told you. Exclusive at Rolling Stone, fake accounts fueled the Snyder Cut online army. Look, let me give you the rundown. People are focusing on the wrong thing. People are focusing on what Ray Fisher said about this article, the timing of this article, is it there to hurt the Snyder Cut? Should they bring the Snyder Cut back? Blah, 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 blah. None of that is important. What this article is talking about is the fact that they literally went and got data from companies that track bots, and these motherfuckers found out what anybody with two fucking bearing balls rolling around in their head could figure out, is that most of the accounts spamming Twitter and social media about the Snyder Cut and about the Ayer cut and release the Snyder Cut and restore the Snyderverse and all this other shit, they were all fake accounts. The vast majority of them. Now, this says that 13% of those were bots. I think it's way higher than that, honestly. Because if you go to any time those guys started fucking tweeting about the same thing, just look at all of the reply accounts. Every single one of them, all they do is talk about the Snyder Cut. All of them. There was like virtually no organic accounts talking about any of this. So it doesn't matter if they time the release to like give a shit about the home release of the Snyder Cut, which I don't know why that matters. It's been on streaming.
I didn't even know that was happening.
No. And they're like, oh, here's the digital version. I'm like, the whole thing was a digital version. It never came out in theaters. What the fuck are you talking about? So that doesn't make sense to me. I don't give a shit about that. And whether it hurts Zack Snyder or whatever, Zack Snyder is making Rebel Moon for Netflix. He's fine. Who gives a fuck? Ray Fisher is in Rebel Moon, apparently, because no one else will hire his ass. So whatever. I don't care about any of that. But what I do care about is the fact that they went to Q5ID and Graphica and basically found out that there were quite literally like 3 main accounts that were tweeting out this shit, and then just a bot army retweeting it to make it seem popular. Like, they would have 1 million tweets with that hashtag one day, and then within 2 days it was down to like less than 40,000 across the entire internet, basically, or the entire like social media cadre of social media platforms. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, if something is that popular in one day, it doesn't drop by that much within 2 days. It just doesn't happen like that. It's just not how humans work. But people are shocked to know this. Guess what? When Rebel Moon comes out, they'll do the same thing. And whenever he does anything else, these, they're like, they're saying this group of people are toxic. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. They're a bunch of fucking weirdos who've latched on to arguably a weirdo director. And now they think that he's their new god. And that's fucking strange to me. So, okay.
So they gave this nigga $60 million to finish this because of some bots.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Warner Brothers?
They got duped out of $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
How old are the execs over there? Do they not know how the internet works?
I guess they're the same execs. They're the same age as the execs over at Sony who thought that because people were doing hashtag it's Morbin time, they were like, let's re-release Morbius in theaters. Oh shit, it made $80,000. Oh no, what did we do?
That movie is fucking terrible. Good lord,
couldn't finish it. Quite literally, I was
so
like,
bad.
you know
so bad that there was a movie. I can't remember what the fuck movie it was. Was it Black Phone? I don't know if Sony Pictures was. Like, when the Sony Pictures logo shows up, I cringe at this point.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, what doesn't matter what the fuck the movie is.
No, because they don't make good movies.
No, they don't. Like,
they have not made consistently good movies in over a decade. Maybe two, to be honest. Like, and that's not even me trying to be a dick about it. I just don't. Like, what's the last thing they really did that was good? The Social Network? Right?
Oh, that was Sony?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Was it? That movie was good. I like that.
Yeah, that movie was good. And that was only good because David Fincher did it. Like, it wasn't good because Sony hired one of their generic directors to do shit, like, which they often do. Yeah, I don't know why people are surprised by this. But I'm glad it's out here. I'm glad it's out here because it needed to be. It needed to be out there a long time ago. But these people, I didn't realize this. These people like literally were trying to advocate to get Deborah Snyder, Zack Snyder's wife, to be in charge of DC Comics. Like after they changed all these people around and were sold to Discovery. They were like, cool, make her ahead of DC Comics so she can bring back the Snyderverse.
What?
Yeah, like they're delusional. Like, spoiler alert. Well, this isn't a spoiler. This is just a rumor. But the rumor is, San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend, right? The rumor is that Henry Cavill is going to do a surprise appearance, right? Whoever let that leak. You don't believe it? I think it is true. I think they need him. To be honest, I think they need him.
I don't know. I think they want him. I just don't know that he wants them.
Well, yeah. I mean, in fairness, like, Zack Snyder kind of fucked his Superman, man. Like, that guy could have had a pretty good run, I think. But I think he does still want to play Superman. But so that's the rumor, is that he's going to make an appearance at the WB panel. Look, I hope he does. I think that would be cool. It'd be nice to actually have Superman back in the universe and not this like nebulous, like, will they, won't they type of thing. And I think he's a pretty good Superman if you give him a script. Material. Yeah, right. The right material. Because I think he's a decent enough actor. I don't have a problem with him personally. But I saw it, like, it was like everybody's like, yeah, that'd be really cool. And it was like someone tweeted like, yeah, everybody is like pretty cool with this except for these assholes. And they just screenshot a bunch of fucking Snyder cut people are like, if Zack Snyder's not involved, I don't even see what the point is. It was like, yo, you're in a cult. Like, you're in a cult. You're in a cult.
Hang on, I'm gonna cut my AC off.
Oh, okay, yeah. But like, these people are in a cult. Like, unless Zack Snyder is deeply involved in all of this shit, they can't watch anything. And I'm like, that's sad. That's really sad. But
that's bizarre.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at some of the replies, like to, the Rolling Stone article on Twitter whenever it came out. And I mean, I don't know. Like, some of these were real accounts that were saying stuff, obviously, right. And like, I mean, one dude was just like, show me one shred of evidence that there's a bot. And someone was like, bro, the whole article is evidence that there were bots. He's like, no, I'm not talking about that. You show me a bot. And they're just like, well, what the... like, really?
I will. Here's one. Like, here's an account that literally their fucking profile is like hashtag Snyder Cut, hashtag blah, 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 blah. Every single tweet they've ever tweeted is about one topic. That's a bot. Or a person who has schizophrenia. You pick.
Well,
because there's a lot of schizophrenics apparently. Like, what's wrong with that?
But that's
that guy's probably a bot.
That's my thing with these people at this point. Is it's just like, I mean, it's the same thing with the MAGA people. It doesn't matter what you show them; they're just going to consistently be like, "Yeah, but I don't believe it."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, what is it? The comic Earthquake? I've heard a clip from, I guess, some latest stand up that he had. He was like, they were like, "Oh, Earthquake, what kind of woman do you want?" He was like, "I want a woman like a Trump supporter. Whatever she hear about me, she don't believe none of that shit." it's like he's cheating on you. Maybe that's fake news. Don't worry about it. Like yeah, that's what they are. You know, like, you guys are in a fucking cult, just like the MAGA people are in a cult. You're in a cult too. Like, if you can only say nothing but perfectly positive things about a single director, that they've never done anything wrong, and that you somehow believe like they've invented these new shots in cinema that have been used for fucking decades before they did Justice League, you're in a cult. You're in a cult. So, like, at some point, man, you look, you got to get out. Like, you need help. Like, just call your family. Do an intervention. You need help. All right, let's move into What the Fuck, brought to you by JTD this week. Cam, you got the first story. Take it away. Remember, don't tell us where it is. We will guess.
Yeah, I'll pull this back up. I looked at it for a second earlier, and
Good.
I don't know.
You're disturbed. Good.
What's wrong with you? All right, the headline, man divorces his wife after she fed him instant noodles every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
China.
I have to agree with Terrence.
As I feel like Micah might say if he was in this chair tonight, Jay, tell your wife to talk to her people.
Oh, see, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. It's fucked up. That's racist. Even though we both immediately heard noodles and assumed they were Chinese. That's fucked up. I mean, it's not exactly wrong. Why did he just eat it? Like, he didn't have to have it.
Yeah. Could have cooked his own food, you know.
Yeah, you lazy fuck.
Like, you go ahead and have these noodles. I'll go ahead and cook something myself.
Yeah. You live in India? You live in India and the only you get is noodles? Come on, man.
No, that seems like torture, honestly.
Right. Like, one, Indian food is great. Two,
yeah,
they don't eat noodles by default. Like, you went out of your entire, like, community's diet to pick something else.
Apparently she didn't know how to cook.
That's clear.
Clearly.
So she would go to the store and buy him these Maggie, I don't know, instant noodles, and that's what she made him. And of course, being a man, instead of being like, "Oh, I guess I'll cook," he just went, "Nah, divorce.
I'll just suffer through." That's a wild reason. That's a wild reason. I'm not going to eat the same meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, I'm not doing that even if I'm cooking. Like, no, I need variety. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I eat the same thing for breakfast every day, generally the same thing for lunch every day, and roughly the same thing for dinner every day. But
what?
I mean, no, but like 3 separate meals. I mean, like, my breakfast is the same, like, every day throughout the week.
No, but every day you eat the same thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
What is it that you eat for dinner every day, you psychopath? If you say noodles, I'm gonna catch a flight and we're gonna fight because the story is about you.
No, man, no. It's usually some kind of chicken thigh dish with rice and like some homemade corn salsa, like something like that. Vegetables, like just
Okay, that's not
basic
terrible.
stuff.
All right.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, if this is on some like Jerry Seinfeld, I eat cornflakes for dinner bullshit. I'm like, yo,
No.
who are you, Micah? You just eating just mustard and saltine crackers for dinner? Like a psycho. Yeah, no, we definitely eat much more of a variety of foods. But yeah, I'm not eating noodles like 3 times a day. That's fucking crazy. No.
And I mean, I would eat noodles 3 times a day, but not the same kind of like instant noodles. Like, at least vary it up a little bit. Like,
you should get different flavors at least.
Right, like you got the honey noodles. You got the like. Did you get different packets? Like the beef or the chicken or the shrimp? Nah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
she don't love you, dog. She don't love you.
Yeah, that's why I got a divorce.
Yeah, no, I get it. And look, good for her. Get the fuck out of there. Look, you could do better than him. Now, I need you to go to a cooking class because, like, what the fuck are you doing for your own personal health? Jesus Christ.
I mean, this has to be like an arranged marriage situation, right? Like, he didn't like date her for a while and then like.
No, look, it's definitely arranged because there's no way an Indian dude is like, cool, noodles every day. Like, yo, look outside, dude. They got everything here. There's a billion of us. Someone is making something else. No, I'm not buying it. No, she scammed him. This is her family dumped her off. They were like, here's our noodle cooking daughter. You can marry her. It's fucked up. This is unacceptable behavior. Also cook your own food, dude. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? All right,
I mean,
Terrence,
at least learn how to make a sandwich.
Yeah, dude. He was like, I know how to make a noodle sandwich. Like, all right. You're helpless too, both of you. Take a class. God damn. YouTube, man. YouTube. You can learn anything there. Learn how to grill some chicken. All right, Terrence, you're up.
Man cracks penis during sex, diagnosed with rare eggplant deformity.
I'm sorry, what deformity?
Eggplant.
The emoji finally makes it full circle. That's good.
He got all bent out of shape.
All right. This is the New York Post, isn't it?
Written on the page.
Is this?
You are correct.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know where it happened, but if it's a fucking full of stupid puns, it's the New York Post. Absolutely.
An unlucky man was diagnosed with a rare penis condition called eggplant deformity after fracturing his manhood while having sex with his wife. His wince-worthy whoopee was...
I hate the Post.
The wound was detailed in the International Journal of Surgery Case Reports.
All right.
Fracture associated with sexual intercourse. The 50-year-old patient had reported to the hospital claiming that his penis had been swollen for 4 hours following a mishap. Yeah, a mishap in the set.
Nah, yo, that's a young man's game, yo. What are you doing? Nah, Thailand. This is Thailand. There's somebody over there whiling.
Ghana. I don't know.
That's racist. Indonesia. Close enough.
That's racist. Close enough.
Indonesia. The 50-year-old patient had reported to the hospital. According to the study, the frisky fellow had been having intercourse with his wife when he felt a crack.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get
off me. Get off me.
Suffered urethral bleeding and an inability to ejaculate. Okay. That's enough. No. That's all I need.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you. Dennis Rodman.
He didn't even get to finish?
Yeah, he's done that like 3 or 4 times, right?
Oh no, he got the finish. Yeah, no. This guy got the finish. All right, this fucking party was over. Dennis Rodman's broken his penis like 3 or 4 times, I think.
Yeah,
he said it so nonchalantly during the last.
It's like, yeah, broke a penis. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing?
No, your sex is unhinged. Like, Like it's unhinged. Like okay,
Gotta
maybe
keep
the first time it's like real vigorous, and you're like, oh snap, like oh shit. No, the second time is your fault. The second time is your fault.
Maybe it's like when you throw your shoulder out, and it's just it's just easier after that to do.
No, it's not a socket. Like nah, yo, no, no.
Just make my
No, that's his fault. Like I feel like at that point he's trying to break it. Like he want to see what he can do. If he can get into the Hall of Fame for broken dicks too. Like basketball isn't enough of an achievement for him. It's ridiculous.
The man healed, and 4 months later he came back for a checkup and he was fine. But
can you have sex in that 4 months? No. You gotta wait. I feel like I'd be scared. I feel like I'd be scared.
I'd be terrified.
I'd be like, all right, we gotta take it easy. A little in and out. This is easy.
This is like what? This was a plot point in American Pie 2. Like Jason Bateman's character like fucked up his dick and he had to wear like a cast on it.
I don't remember. I think I've seen all of those movies or the majority of them, which is weird to say. Those movies were ridiculous. I fucked a pie in the first movie. Like we don't have like sex comedies anymore. That's not really a thing, right? Like, not that I remember.
I mean, the last one that I really remember was that Blockers movie with it was like John Cena and some other people had kids.
Like cock blockers
they had
or
daughters.
Yeah.
They had daughters that they were trying to stop, and then eventually realized women have agency or whatever.
Like, oh right, my daughter wants to get railed. That's fine. What am I going to do? Okay, maybe that's not the term I should have used. Granted, being a bit of an asshole. Yeah, no, this guy, an eggplant deformity. I mean, he should be the only person who gets to use the logo or the emoji. Right?
The eggplant.
Yeah, he's the goat. No, I don't ever want to break my penis. No. The majority of injuries caused by missionary position and doggy style. Wouldn't think so. I would have thought it was reverse cowgirl, but okay.
Right, like chicks doing too fucking much. Like,
yeah. You gotta just relax. Relax. Yeah, like this shit is not a pogo stick. Relax. Trying to go to work tomorrow. Come on, fuck out of here. No, I don't like any of that. My story.
Really? It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, how do you fuck that up? What are you doing? That's your fault. If you break your dick during.
Because I feel like
see the problem. They're trying to add too much motion to the missionary.
Yeah, or you're trying to do like a push up missionary. Like you're not a porn star. Don't be a hero. Like it's like
stay within your pocket.
Right? Because like if like an arm slips, like you in the world of trouble.
So you're saying it's kind of like Hitch when he tells Kevin James like you got this area, stay within.
Yeah, just stay in your lane. Right, stay in your lane. Stop. Like dudes watch like Pornhub and they're like, I could be like that. No, those are athletes.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
Those guys train.
Like, those are athletes, and they also inject themselves just like The Rock. So you know.
Yeah, I was about to say those dudes are hooked up to Blue Chew, Viagra, like all kinds of stuff, injections into their like. Yeah, they are not you, sir. They are not you.
No, dude. Yo, I'm not injecting anything into my penis. Like, oh, here's for a job. I quit. Like, no. Like directly in, no. Just give me the drugs. Give me the drugs.
You're saying even if old Triple H herself, Sarah J, walked up, like you're not.
I don't need drugs. I don't need drugs. Look, you say whatever you want about that woman. And look, everybody says terrible things about her. You know what? Yeah, you're lying. You're lying to yourselves. You're lying to yourselves that you wouldn't. You're lying to yourselves.
Oh, I never said I wouldn't.
Exactly.
I just found it funny that you called the fucking Triple H. Didn't they interview her?
I think they did, yeah. I think they did after that, which is fucked up. Well, this is in Marrow's over, so.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, money will do that. It is. My story, man undergoes surgery after fish jump out of the water and go straight down his throat.
China. I'd like China's fucking weird. Russia, China,
Scotland.
The closest without going over, Terrence, it's Thailand.
Damn it.
You knew it was over there. The Thai man recently underwent emergency surgery to have a spiky fish removed from his throat after it already jumped out of the water and straight into his mouth.
Spiky?
You can look at the picture. This is fucking right there, dude. Sounds like the plot of a scene in a goofy comedy. No, this does not sound like a comedy at all to me. The angler
comedy.
Yeah, I remember that time that guy almost died. Hilarious. The angler fisherman almost choked to death after a small fish randomly jumped into his mouth and got lodged in his throat. The unnamed man was reportedly spearfishing in a river, and just as he came up for a breath of air, a spiky anubis fish randomly jumped out of the water and straight in his mouth. As he was in the process of inhaling, the fish got all the way into his throat where it became lodged. That's terrifying and a good.
How the fuck was his mouth open so wide that a fish just jumped in that bitch? Like,
I mean,
how does that work?
I don't think it's a very large fish. I think it's a pretty small fish, but still,
it's like all head. By the way,
it is.
It's like no body. It's all head.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. But like, I feel like there's more to this story, right? Like this guy was like, "Oh, look, I was just spearfishing, and then all of a sudden, it was like
inhaling, and then a fucking fish jumped
I think
out.
you were trying to catch fish in your mouth.
That dude's been watching The Boys. He was trying to fuck a fish.
Yeah, or he was trying to catch a fish in his mouth, and that fish was like,
polar bear.
Yeah, the fish was like, "Oh, word, bet." Let's see what happens. And then fucking got his ass lodged in there. That's a hell of a way to think you're about to die. Right? Because you got to go to the hospital. You just sitting in the emergency room waiting. Like, sir, what's your problem? Like,
fish lodged in your throat.
Right? Like, you have to watch video for me pantomiming what's happening here. But like that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. No thanks. No thanks. This is why I don't fish with my mouth open. I know it's hard to believe, but probably not a good idea.
The chances of this happening are very low. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, what the fuck?
I just closed this window, and the window behind it is still a picture of 1998 Wesker, and that's fucking hilarious to me. That picture's wild. What are you even doing?
Just see it in motion.
I'm going to have to fast forward into that episode so I can see that.
It's episode 7, I can tell you that. And he's playing 4 different characters because he's a clone.
All right. Like,
but I will say, just going back to that for 1 second, it was funny when that version of Wesker said something about like, yeah, I got to go see something about a volcano. Like that was kind of funny.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, Wesker died in a volcano in 2007 or whatever the fuck, 2005." So it's canon. All of this is canon. I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. God,
it's just ridiculous. All right, let's jump into trailers this week. The first one up is Day Shift. This is the new Jamie Foxx Netflix movie that's coming out. It's about a working man. In California, and it turns out his job as as a regular working man is hunting vampires. So it's kind of a funny sort of take on trying to make it in America kind of thing, but with a supernatural element. Okay, and this apparently is done by some of the guys who worked on John Wick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This. I mean, I think it looks fun. I think it looks fun.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I mean, look, we all know Netflix movies. They're not always the best. This one looks like an upper tier version of a Netflix movie for sure.
Yeah. So I like that Snoop Dogg, who continues to just do whatever the fuck he wants to do, is playing a black man in a cowboy hat. You know what? Fuck it. I love Snoop, man. Yeah. Snoop is a legend. Absolute legend. So
also very, very smart to put Megan Good in this movie as well. Just
never a bad idea. It's never a bad idea. So yeah, look, the violence looks up there. I'm down with it. Like, This looks like it's going to be fun. I don't, like you said, I don't think it's going to be great, but I do think it will be. I think it'll be pretty entertaining.
I will say the part that just happened in this trailer made me laugh earlier today because like they had a zombie do a Canadian destroyer on Dave Franco. Just like what are we doing? Like,
yeah.
So when is this Spawn movie coming out? And Jamie Foxx supposed to be Spawn?
Oh,
eventually. Yeah, he is.
That's still happening,
isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one where he plays the giant version of Spawn. Like he's going to be a huge person, right?
It did. I mean, they filmed it, right?
Did they?
Like,
are you calling Big Toddy? Are you calling him a liar? That movie is surprisingly not going to happen. I don't know, man. I'm pretty shocked about it.
No, I would never talk. I would never talk shit about Big Toddy like that.
That ain't right. That ain't right. That man can help that. Don't do that to him.
That's what is it? Ableist? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, you're being an ableist.
Well,
wow. Who gives a shit? Fucking cares. That is not the type of behavior we have that we deal with on this show.
Look, man, it's not like I took it's not like I pulled Charles Xavier out of a wheelchair and forced his legs to walk up a bunch of steps. I didn't do that.
That was one of the most offensive fucking things I've ever seen in a movie. And I know people didn't watch that movie because no one talked about it. I'm like, This is not okay. And people are like, I didn't even see it. I'm like, that makes sense.
I will say, though, I'm still mad that no one has turned that into a GIF because I constantly want to use it in a lot of situations and no one's done it. But I'm not doing it either. So
I don't recommend that. I just would not recommend that. Don't be a hero. Don't run out there with that one. Next up, this is a movie called Breaking with John Boyega and Michael K. Williams, the late great Michael K. Williams. This film is being described as a modern day Dog Day Afternoon, which is a pretty heavy fucking thing to put on a movie. That's a heavy title. But it looks pretty great with John Boyega being, I guess, a vet who got kind of screwed over by the system, so he decides to rob this bank. It's a true story, so I don't know this story, but I'm purposely not going to look it up. And then you have Michael K. Williams is the, I guess, the cop in charge trying to talk him down or the negotiator. Yeah, I think this looks fantastic. I really do.
Yep. I'm a huge John Boyega fan.
Yeah, one of my favorite genres of movies is heist movie, bank robbery movies, like whatever. This looks like it's gonna be fun. Yeah,
look, I think these two guys, sort of playing opposite each other is that's pretty great casting. The one thing I like about John Boyega's sort of trajectory after Star Wars is that I distinctly, and I'm sure you guys probably remember too. I remember when he right after Star Wars was done, there was a big BLM protest in London, and he did that speech there. And like he was like, "Look, I'm putting my career on the line by like speaking out about this shit." And then like quite literally, all of Black Hollywood was like, "Don't even worry about it, dude. We got you. Like we're not gonna let your career go to fucking shit just because you're standing up about this." And you know what? They were true to their word because everything he's done after that has been all very black-centric stuff and done by really great black directors. And everybody's like, no, this guy's got real talent. They're not going to let him kind of fall through the cracks. And he did. He took his career like in his hand by doing that because he could have easily been dismissed by white Hollywood. I don't know if he technically has been, but that very easily could happen. So it's cool to see all of these black directors putting him in stuff. That's awesome. I am a huge fan of that. Next up, while I waste some time here, the next trailer is House of the Dragon. Obviously the new Game of Thrones show. I guess this is probably the last trailer before the show actually drops.
It comes out in like
August
3 weeks.
August 21st, I believe it is. Yeah, look, man. either you're in for Game of Thrones at this point or you're not. This is obviously a prequel
or
to the
you're
original.
lying.
Yeah, or you're just out there like, oh, I'm not going to watch any more of this. Okay. If you watched all through Game of Thrones and you just got mad at the 8th season, yeah, we'll see you August 21st watching this show too.
I tapped out of season 5.
Yeah, but if you finished it, there's no way you're not watching this. I'd be shocked to know. But look, I don't need these other spin-offs that they're talking about, like a Jon Snow spin-off and stuff like that happens after the event. Like that feels useless to me. Because I think that story is done. But this looks cool. It looks interesting. I'm very interested to get back into this world and kind of see where they jump off on this. But it's got that same vibe. If it has the music from the original, look, people are gonna see it. That's all you got to do. Put the original music in.
I'm sure it'll be like a slightly different version of that music, but like, come on, don't be stupid.
Yeah, like
give it that theme song.
Yeah, that theme song is fucking iconic. So, but it's going to be cool to see where the events of Game of Thrones, where they kind of started. But there's a lot of potential to do some really cool stuff here. So, okay, I'm down. Next up, what is it? Halloween Ends. This is the, I guess, third and final.
Yes, the final chapter in the remake of the Halloween series. You said you hadn't watched the second one, right? You haven't watched either one of them.
I have not watched either one, no. But you guys both have.
Yeah. First one was really great.
One thing Michael Myers says after all these years, like he stabs her and he's like, should have got your vaccine. Like, what is the fucking purpose of this? Like, what is the purpose of doing that?
I hope they just put like an N95 over the William Shatner
He's
mask.
wearing one the whole time. He's like, I mean, I don't want to get sick. Like,
yeah.
ugh.
He's like, look, guys, I'm going to kill some people, but I'm not going to be an asshole about it. All right.
Like,
come on.
Like, you know, it's also my body, my choice.
He's a senior citizen, so he is more prone to catch it if he did.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Right. And he tends to be in you know, close spaces, right? For long periods of time.
Always in people's fucking face.
Right. Like when somebody coughs, like he's in a world of trouble. Like that's how he dies, is she just coughs in his face and he's just like, oh fuck. It's like, I didn't know. I hope they take his mask off at the end. I hope they take his mask off. Show his hideous old man face. I want to see it. Show it to me. So yeah, we'll see. I do want to watch the other two before this comes out. I've been meaning to, and I think at least the first one is on Hulu now. So
second one's on Peacock.
Yeah,
that's what
because they did a day and date for that one. I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. The second one, I will say, the one saving grace for the second one is it was like somewhere between like an hour 20 and an hour 30, if I remember correctly. So it's not very good.
88 minutes.
It's not very good, but they're like, look, we know it's not good.
We know that.
We know that it's basically just a commercial for the third movie that's coming up. You're in, you're out. Like you don't have to watch too much of it.
Hey, I can respect that. Like I can respect that. At least you're not keeping me there for too long. All right. So the last, but certainly not least, trailer is, what is this? Untold, the girlfriend who didn't exist. All right, Cam, explain this story, because I only sort of half know what the story is.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I know a lot about it because I'm a big Notre Dame college football fan, and so I lived through this story. Like this was my dude when this happened, and but yeah, I mean, essentially, like he met a girl online, so he thought, and they exchanged text messages. They even did like phone calls. Like, I mean, he heard a person like voicemails and shit that like sounded like a woman. So he but it was like this completely virtual long distance relationship, and they never met. And then like he was up to win the Heisman, and I want to say it was like a week before. I mean, it was not too far removed out from like the Heisman ceremony. And again, he was, one of the finalists. this all came out. Like Deadspin got the story, they put it out, and the story that was out there for a long time is like that he knew that she was fake this whole time and all this other shit. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he found out and didn't tell anyone. Like, I mean, he did keep it going a little bit afterwards because he was embarrassed. But
why?
Like,
hey, this is my girlfriend.
I mean,
I got catfished. All right, I stopped dating her.
Yeah, I mean, again, it gets weird because like he definitely. I mean, he definitely told people that she died at one point. Like, again, it gets weird.
Why didn't you just say you broke up? You just broke up.
Yeah, I mean...
okay, hold on a second.
Should have.
Okay, so he gets catfished. I mean, this is an older story, so I'm definitely going to watch this because it looks interesting. He gets catfished by a dude?
Yes. Yes, by a dude who I think... If memory serves, I think was actually a trans person who had not like fully like it was a person in his life, like it was like a family friend, a cousin, like something like that, and essentially
shit.
like
what?
Yeah, like essentially like this person like knew what buttons to press with Manti Te'o. That's the person, by the way, in the trailer right there. And
really,
yeah,
Jesus,
yeah, and like so, she made this whole person up because she couldn't just be like, hey, like
I'm trans and
I want to have sex with you. Do you want that? Like she couldn't do that, so she did this instead.
I mean, that's actually. That sort of changes the perspective of like, wow, you're just like a fucking weirdo dude who would do this to that's kind of sad that you couldn't be yourself.
Yeah. Well, and again, like for years afterwards, like it followed him into his NFL career and probably, I mean, look, was he good enough to play in the NFL? Maybe not. But like, obviously this didn't help. Because everywhere you go, it's just like, yeah, but didn't you have that fake girlfriend? Like, nah, that didn't help.
Bitch, I just won the Super Bowl. Shut up.
And then, of course, like after everyone found out that it was a dude, then it became, so you just been out there sucking dick this whole time and telling everyone that you had a girlfriend. And it's like, no, like that wasn't what happened either.
Never met. That's like,
Yeah, that's like I'm interested now to know if the documentary. I mean, because clearly she's in it, right? This trans woman. Like, what's the angle of the documentary? Do they tell the story straight, or do they also deal with the fact of like what her perspective is in like having to come out as trans, right? Like, because clearly at a certain point she wasn't, living as a woman. She was living as a man. So, like. Yeah, that's an interesting fucking story, man. Holy shit! Like,
yeah, no, it's a super tragic story. Like, just from all sides, it's tragic. Like, because I mean, again, like the guy had a promising career. Again, might have fizzled out regardless, but like having this over you doesn't help you when you have to go and do like interviews with newspapers and magazines and like ESPN and shit, like
and deal with your teammates. Yeah, deal with your teammates and everything.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean you're dealing with professional athletes who are fucking ruthless. No.
Yeah, they don't give
everyone
a shit.
In that locker room.
Yeah, and God forbid the people you play against when you're on the line. The shit they say to you, right?
Yeah.
And you're just
and especially again, like I mean, remember this was back in like 2010, 2011. Like I mean. It's been a while since it happened. Like, I mean, I still don't think it would go well if it happened today.
No,
it would definitely go a little bit better if it happened today. I think people would be a little bit more empathetic about it.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know.
I think some people would be. I don't think a lot of big time NFL fans would be, if I'm being honest.
Well, no, but I mean, look, I mean,
there's a little bit of progress. No, I hear you.
They kneel to the cross and stand for the anthem. I mean, they don't have time for this bullshit.
I mean, just like Jesus said, it's in the Bible, in the back.
Yeah.
Thou shalt kneeleth during NFLeth gameth. But it's Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. Like I didn't know the trans angle of that story.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
Which again, that took years to come out. Like,
oh, really? That didn't come out right away.
Like that. Yeah, that person wasn't ready even at the time to be like, oh, hey, this is how I want to live my life. Like that took a long time to even come out. And by then, I mean, the guy's career was basically over already anyway. So
the damage had already been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that the documentary does that part of the story justice, because that's a kind of a big part of it, right? Even though it was, like you said, years to come out. So yeah, okay, that turns me from like semi interested to super interested in that, because I did not know that part of the story. So okay,
this dude looks like Roman Reigns.
He kind of does.
I mean, he's from Hawaii.
Okay, so it is Roman Reigns. They're all Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I mean he's from Hawaii. He's Polynesian, whatever. I don't know.
I mean, then he's definitely related to Roman Reigns. Everyone knows that everyone from that part of the world is related, except for Samoa Joe.
Exactly.
He's the only one. That's how you know. And he's like, Samoa's in my name. They're like, nah, fuck that. Get out of here. No, we don't claim you. Get out of here. So yeah, this guy's probably related to The Rock, I assume. All right, I think that is it for us. Any parting information you want to give anybody before we get out of here? Either one of you?
Don't watch Resident Evil.
Oh,
I mean,
except for episode 7, apparently.
Trust.
I watched.
Don't do that either.
Nah, you just watch the first. It's in the first like 5 minutes.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Trust Terrence.
Any predictions from, or any hopeful predictions from San Diego Comic-Con?
I don't read comics. Like they have a trailer. A trailer.
I meant for the movies. Yeah, I know.
Black Panther.
Yeah, I mean,
you'll probably get one for that.
I want to see that.
Yeah, from what I've seen, the trailer that they showed, or footage, I don't know, whatever the hell they showed at Disney Celebration like a month or two ago, of Wakanda Forever. I guess they're going to show that. I mean, I just feel like most of the Marvel stuff's going to be held off for D23. It's a couple months away.
Yep.
They're not. I just don't think they're going to reveal anything new here. You might get a trailer for like X-Men '97. You might get some footage of that for the animated series.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll probably get some trailers that they've already shown for some other stuff. But that's, I don't know. It's probably about it. Like, and then D23. That's when
they're gonna drop the big bombs. Yeah. My guess, if I had to think of like what the biggest announcement would probably be, I think you might get some actor names, maybe even them showing up for Fantastic Four. I could see that. Like they need something.
Everything that I've heard is that's going to be D23.
I wouldn't be shocked. But it would be kind of interesting. I don't think people are like, oh, you're getting X-Men and stuff. You're not getting any X-Men casting. Like they're not doing.
Stop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Stop. The closest that you're going to get to an X-Men casting is if Michaela Cole is actually playing like Aurora in Wakanda Forever.
I would. Like
and I don't think she is. I'm just saying, like, that's the closest that you would get to that.
Yeah, and I don't think she is. By the way, that would be perfect casting. Perfect casting.
It would be perfect casting. I just don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And if they do, she will be Aurora. She will not be Storm.
Right. Any of these characters showing up, they're not going to be fully realized yet. Like that's yeah, she's not going by Storm. They're not giving them code names right off the jump. Like that's no. But she would be perfect. God, she would be fucking perfect. Like imagine that, making an African character with African features instead. Like, you know what? Never mind. All right.
Halle Berry had an accent.
When?
In the first movie?
When? What part of the first movie? What accent? Because it was like that shit came and went like Keanu Reeves' accent in fucking Devil's Advocate. Like, get out of here. Like, I'm from the South. I'm from Texas. I'm from Austin. I'm just from Florida. I'm from California. Fuck it. Like, he just gave up. No. Halle Berry did not have an accent for more than 13 minutes in that movie. And they were like, you're Halle Berry. She was like, yeah, you know what? I don't do accents. And they were like, that's fine.
I mean, that's fair.
I was completely gone in the second one.
Oh no, that shit was going halfway through the first one, dude. The fuck out of here. She didn't make the whole movie. No.
It was gone so quickly in that movie that when people mention that she had it, I forget that she ever had it.
Yes, of course you do. Of course you do. Like,
because why would I?
Like, if you go back and watch, I have to go back and watch that scene where it's like, what happens to a frog when it's caught in lightning or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure she don't have the accent at that point. That's the end of the movie.
She doesn't.
That's like the beginning of the third act. Like, I think she's just like, hey guys, what's going on? Like, do you know what happens? And she delivers that line terribly.
It was like when Kofi Kingston accidentally dropped his accent that one time when he was cutting a promo with Triple H, and Triple H had to be like, bro, aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? And he's like, oh, that's right, I am. My bad. You got it? Okay. Like, I'm sorry. And then the next week they were like, yo, he's just from West Ghana. Like, he ain't from Jamaica anymore. Like, we're
just gave it
keep
up.
up the charade.
That's hilarious. Like, I'm just gonna not do that accent ever again.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna show any new footage of your boy the Flash?
Oh, I don't think they're gonna promote that movie there. I don't think so. Because they got a whole year. They got a whole year. Like it doesn't come out until like, isn't it November of 2020?
Still a whole year?
I think it's I think it's like fall or summer of 2023. I'm almost positive.
That's embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed for them. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, everyone should be. It's June. It's June of a
whole year. Oh, so yeah, it's a whole 2023.
Year. It's a whole year away. So no, I don't think so. I think you might get a couple of trailers between, now and then, but I think if anything, you get a big promotion of that, like,
but I'm just saying, I know we've all read that terrible fucking plot synopsis of it. You got a year, man. You can fix this. You can fix this.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I don't know what's a worse plot synopsis. That or the Craven one. That Craven one is pretty bad, dude.
Look, first of all, why are you bringing up Craven? Why are you even bringing that up? Why are you bringing that up around me, Jay?
Look, you know why? Because I want people to go read that plot. It's leaked. If you need a copy of it, I will send it to you. It is, when Craven fans see that shit in theaters, they are going to be furious. And I cannot wait. That movie's going to make no money.
It sounds just as bad, if not worse, than Morbius.
It sounds worse. It somehow sounds worse. I don't think it will be worse, but it sounds worse.
No, it won't be worse because, I mean...
It's not starring Jared Leto.
Yeah, exactly. Or Tyrese.
Right. He was a cop in that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Him and Al Madrigal.
That's right. Yeah.
Were the police in charge of bringing down the living
very
vampire.
Clean comic Al Madrigal. This is very weird. What an odd choice. All right, that is it for us. Next week we will be back. It'll be post Comic-Con. Should be fucking interesting. I'm sure there'll be a ton of news. So we look forward to it. And Cam, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Take it easy.
See you.